Hello everyone, this is Darwell20, and welcome to episode 70 of Darwell20's Let's Play of ATM10, where I think I'm gonna go expand this thingy a little bit. Because it occurs to me I have this neat little drill over here that is drilling. Why don't I go ahead and also have a neat little, that looks good to me, little platform for item drilling. Ish. So last episode, we finally got everything we need to make the electric quarry. So my plan for today is to build it and see how it works. So electric quarry goes straight up, so it doesn't get placed upward. I didn't know, but I was like, oh, well, this one was placed up one level, so maybe this one will be. Nope. Nope. So no big deal. Easy peasy to build this thing. It's actually not bad at all. So we want to go like that, basically. Now I do have a couple of these dudes. Where do these go? Anywhere? Anywhere? Cool. So I'm just going to do item input here and item output here. And then energy hatch can go here. Is that cool? I don't know, hope so. And then you're going to need 3, and we're going to want one of these dudes. So 3 of these on each side. 1 of these in the middle, is that right? And then just 3 chains going down, it looks like, or maybe 4. Structure complete? Yeah, looks good. And then is it just a matter of putting stainless steel drills in there? On the input? And then giving you a little bit of power? Apparently, yes. That's cool. Neat. So I'm thinking we want a better one of these dudes, the output hatch. Because I noticed it, like, definitely is accumulating a couple types of ores here. So I killed the power, so let's do output. Let's do a higher tier version of that. Item output. Advanced item output? Sure. That won't be too hard to make, will it? Doesn't look terrible. He said, lying. Alright, so it is a lot to grab, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I don't know if it looked to me, but then again, I also tick accelerated it, so that's on me. But it looked to me like for a minute it was getting more than 1 ore at a time. So my theory is it has the potential to mine all 4 in the same tick. And if that's true, then what we should do is make sure that we have 4 slots available, right? Now, I don't remember how fast item pipes in this mod work, but we're going to find out. So you're going to output, and that should be cool. And then you're on your way to making rubber and stuff. We're almost there. Alright, so let's see. Advanced item output hatch has the 4 slots. And because that's all this can do, right? It only makes 4 items every 30 seconds or so. I think that that's valid, and that's good enough, right? So now if we sped this up a little bit. See, that time it mined nothing, I think. That time it mined 2. Maybe it mined nothing again? No, it mined just 1 of those that time. That time it mined that. I noticed you're not extracting, by the way. Well, that's right, you have to be told, like, blacklist mode, right? And you too. And at some point you'll start extracting. Yay! Cool. Alright, so we've got the stuff. And we're using drills, apparently, probably, maybe, I'm not sure. haven't quite figured out how that works. I think it feels random. If this felt random, I don't know if it truly is, but it felt that way. But yeah, we're getting the stuffs. How cool is that? Now, to be fair, if you really wanted to like cheese this a little bit, I bet, unless it was blacklisted by the pack, I bet we could do something like that, right? So if we snapshotted this area and render it, just to be clear, right? We'll see that they might be blacklisted because energy is listed as 0. I bet they were added to the list of things you can't dupe with. That's funny, actually. That's funny. Because it would tell me an energy and fluid cost if there was an ore there that could be duped, right? Like, if we got, like, a normal ore, like iron ore, for example. Now, you have fortune, right? Good. So, like, if we put iron ore there and snapshotted it... That's funny. Why aren't you showing me that detail? Oh, you know what? Because the blocks are still there, that's why. Now it's showing me it. Okay, that's right. It shows you the cost, accounting for the fact that there's still blocks there. So we'll do that. If we snapshot area, and then we mined everything. Oh, yeah, now we're talking 450 millibuckets. That's 9 blocks. So if we did this, and then we did... I think I have a canister of time fluid, to be honest with you. And then we did a button press. Oh, yeah. That is doable. Nice. So if we wanted to, we could totally set up what that. Oh, no, that's right. I didn't fill it. So yeah, not bad. Not bad. If we wanted to, we could totally set up like a Doopy McDuperson going on there. I'm just saying that that's possible. Cool. So now we're getting more monazite. We're getting, you know, all kinds of good stuffs. I'm pleased with that. Okay, cool. So we've got our titanium now, right? I'm assuming. Right? So that raw titanium can be vatted. So we're gonna need, okay, stuff. So I'm gonna need that. Do we know how to make that? Manganese. We do, apparently, know how to make that. Sweet. Okay. So what we can say is that titanium ingots, right? Because that's the main thing we needed. Titanium and tungsten. We also get tungsten from that? We did. Okay, cool. So let's see. Tungsten can be just macerated like normal. Okay. Is there... You know, I could toss it at my crusher spirit, apparently. Apparently. This guy I made, like, uber good, right? Yeah, he's the uber good one. Yeah, he makes 6 tungsten dust per. So we should get close to 6 stacks of tungsten from that. Not terrible. Not terrible. That's pretty cool, actually. What I should do, get an item collector and a chest. That was meant to be on top. I'll have to reset this dude. Is that cool? Yeah. Okay. And if I set you to every tick, you'll pick up pretty quickly, but I don't think I need to do that. Cool. And is this area chunk loaded? It is. Perfect. So that means I can leave him alone. And that was tungsten. See, it's still running. Cool. And then you just need to be... We need an arc furnace from Immersive for that? Really? Or we need an implosion compressor. Okay. I think implosion compressor is in our future. Because we're doing it the modern industrialization way. I was going to say, like, it doesn't make sense that you would need a different mods thing to do it. I wasn't sure if that was an ATM thing, but yeah, implosion compressor. That's cool. Industrial TNT, huh? Oh my goodness. Whew. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. We're almost at our blastproof alloy plate. We're close. We at least have the raw materials for it at this point. I'm just saying, look how close we are. We're only a few steps away. There's a million steps left. I know it. I can sense it in my bones. All right, so now we've got the tungsten ingots. Let's look at the titanium ingots, right? So you are going to need hot titanium, right? So you are going to just be this, and that's going to be the recipe in the freezer. But then you are going to be... Oh, I see. So I can take the dust and get 1-to-1, or I can get a slight boost by doing this way more complicated approach. That's like a 30% boost. I don't know if it's worth it. I'm going to say that's not worth doing. For me. Only because I don't think we need it, right? Now, where do we get the dust from? Well, that's an exceptional question. I don't know. Where indeed do we get titanium dust from modern industrialization? We can get it from here. We can electrolyze it from that dirty aluminum dust. Okay, nope. So if I've got this titanium, I can turn it into blocks, which are really just going to be decorative. Or I can wash it industrial foregoing, and that'll get me dust. So if I did the industrial foregoing washing thing with liquid meat, which I do in fairness have liquid meat, and then that can be fermented, which can then be sieved into dust, then we can do that. Or I can do this with manganese, right? I'm going to do it this way because I think I have a clever approach to something fun. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this approach, right? I can bookmark this recipe, right? That's cool. Okay, so if I did this, that would be cool. All right, so you're going to come over here. You ready for this? This is going to be neat, I think. All right, so your recipe is going to go in here, the hot one, and then you're going to get the cool down recipe, right? Now, your recipe is 3 raw titanium and 3 buckets of manganese sulfuric solution, right? So what I'm going to do is keep 3 buckets in stock. And it has a crafting card, so it'll make more if it needs it. Okay? And then on the up here, we have this guy when the blue sensor is tripped, right? I'm going to have another dude with this dude when the channel 10 is on. Okay? And you're going to get this manganese sulfuric, 3 buckets worth. Okay? Okay? And then here, is going to be an extract on orange. All right? So nothing's going to go in there. Well, right now oxygen is in there for some reason. I don't know why. but we'll scoop it out. Probably because I was playing with laser IO. There you go, 3.3 and you're empty. Beautiful. Okay, cool. All right, so you're good on the up. You're doing an insert on orange, but only when you get a purple channel signal, right? So then up here, we're going to want another sensor card. And you're going to shout out on the purple channel when we have 3 raw titanium. Okay. Cool. And then also on the up, we should add raw titanium to the list of things that are allowed in there. Okay, that's cool. So that should work. Now your sensor, I'm going to make you every 5 ticks. And I'm going to make you every... Let's make it every 3 ticks. Is that cool? So what should happen is it should like run, and then the next tick, it's waiting, so the next one can run. Or I could put like node overclockers in here and let them both run. But I don't think I need to. I'm gonna see if I can do it without. Okay. So now, if I asked for a titanium ingot, right, what should happen is you should be cool. Oh, you're making manganese sulfuric whatchamacallit. Actually, let's cancel you real quick. You know why? Because you're going to have the manganese in there, so I don't want that to be part of the recipe. Yeah, you already got the solution that you need, in theory, right? So remove these parts from the recipe. Just, I don't even want to consider them, right? Okay. And are you done doing whatever you were doing? No, he's still cooking, but it doesn't matter. Because we don't really need that for this. Oops, I did not want to do that. Beautiful. Okay, let's try that again. Give me a titanium ingot, please. Start. Hey, it's cooking. It worked. See? See? It took, and now it's making more manganese because... Right? Look, it made it, and now we've got enough to keep that in stock. How cool is that? I'm going to say this again, even though I've said it like a million times in the series. This is not the way you're supposed to play modern industrialization. What you're supposed to do is make a dedicated machine whose job it is to, you know, just make titanium ingots and that's it. And you just sit there, keep making them, right? That's what you're supposed to do. That's the way it's supposed to work. It's like Factorio. You're supposed to set up a production line for titanium. You're supposed to say like, oh, I need titanium now, let's set up a production line. And your production line should be a dedicated vacuum freezer with a dedicated EBF, with a dedicated producer of manganese sulfuric, with a dedicated chemical reactor making the stuff, with a dedicated centrifuge doing the, like, that's how it's supposed to go. Okay? That's how it's supposed to go. But I'm doing the thing you're not supposed to do. Cool. Now what's cool is we get 4 of those at a time, so that's neat. So we should probably take this recipe. Since we get 4 at a time, we might as well freeze 4 at a time. Is that fair? That way we don't have any lingering hot. Like anytime I make 1 titanium ingot, it'll make all 4 at once. Is that cool? Right? So like... There, right? So now if I said like, hey, make me another titanium ingot, it's going to make the 4 hot with 3 raw and then make 4 cool. Neato burrito? 100%. That's cool. All right, so now we've got titanium processing. Tungsten requires an implosion compressor, which I assume is a whole lot of mess. So let's control click it and see what we're missing. Implosion compressor is apparently going to be a lot of machines that I don't just have access to just yet. So you're going to need to know how to make and most importantly, a turbo machine hull. So blastproof alloy plates. What? That's the thing I'm trying to make right now. I can't make blastproof alloy plates, can I? Because for that I need tungsten. And tungsten comes from either an implosion compressor I mean, I could do the arc versus, but there should be a way within the mod, right? Um, unless there's tungsten nuggets I can get. Nope. Well, there's tiny tungsten. Electric compressor can turn tiny tungsten dust. Okay. So a compressor can make nuggets. That can then make ingots. I'm thinking that's the correct? Yeah? Is that the approach? Yeah? Let me guess, it's super slow. Yeah, my suspicion is that this is very much meant to be a temporary thing, and then you're supposed to work your way up towards this, right? To do it this way. That would be my guess. Like, you're supposed to start with... But, I mean, you know, I bet once this... Well, this is still tick accelerated, too. I think maybe we'll see what it looks like once it gets overclocked a bit. Because I do have 12 basic upgrades in there, at least. See, there's definitely a problem with the. I'm using very low voltage cable right now, so you can't overclock it too much unless you give it a dedicated power line. Why are you not efficient? You should be efficiencing. Oh, you know what? Maybe I overclocked it too fast. I bet I did. I probably overclocked it too much for it to do its efficiency thing. Okay, so that's one approach. Okay, that gets me some tungsten nuggets. So that's cool. So I don't need the implosion compressor? Is that correct? I believe that's correct. I don't think I need the implosion compressor. Processing array? Do I need one of these? I don't know why I needed that. So this is made in a packer. Do I have a packer yet? I don't know if I have a packer. But I can make that, I can make that, I can make that. And then you are made in a compressor, right? So I think we're there. So I just need you and you, but you're a packer recipe. Electric packer seems cool and doable. So let's make one of those. Come on. Oh, you're still doing that thing. Yeah, buddy. All right, are you building up your efficiency thing? Yeah, but you are just like ridiculous slow. You are super slow. We'll see what happens when he gets to a decent level. All right, I'll come back once I have a packer ready. Cool, be right back. All right, I think we've got everything I need. So, electric packer, right? You can go, I'll put them here, because why not? Pattern provider. And low voltage cable. Okay, you gotta go in there, and then you are the compressor, so you get this recipe. And then you, and you. Cool. So does that mean I can make blast-proof alloy plates? How many of those did I need? I don't even remember. I don't even remember. What did I even need it for? ATM star somewhere. The improbable improbability device, right? We needed a blast-proof casing. That's what I needed. Okay, so blastproof casing is 8 in an assembler. So if I wanted 8 of these, blastproof alloy ingots. Did I miss that step? Wait. Do what now? How did I mix that up? So actually I could take 2 of these and just do that. An electric compressor? I think we could do that. It doubles the cost to skip the implosion dude. Right? It doubles the cost, right? Because I can either do 1-to-1, and this is 1, but it also requires making industrial TNT. So we have to get into the toluene processing line. And the nitrogen processing, which all looks very painful. And that'll be 1 becomes 3 ingots. Or I can do 2 becomes 1. This is worth doing the correct way, but I'm not gonna. Because honestly, I feel like you guys are getting tired of seeing this mod. As much as I'm enjoying it. Alright, that's probably going to take a minute. So we'll be right back. So honestly, and overall, not terrible. To be honest with you, it's really not a bad thing. The hardest part of making this is this bit. This is really where things get a little bit out of control. So what's your tick speed at? 64x? That's not terrible. I can definitely... Now, also, I could do the whole Souls thing if I wanted to. And if there's more modern industrialization stuff that is required for the ATM star, I might. I might wind up, doing Souls. Now, again, if you're playing the mod correctly, which is the Factorio style approach, where like each production line is dedicated to making a certain thing, this becomes way less slow. Okay. Totally worth, in my opinion, to go down that path if you're going to get deep into modern industrialization. Because I think there's like a ton of stuff in here. Like, we got maybe halfway through the mod, because we're in the electric age. Mid-game, no, we're in mid-game right now. But you need the implosion compressor and the nuclear reactor. And then you get to the end game, which is like gravit chest plate and quantum tier, which looks pretty cool. And then fusion. And then UU matter, which can like replicate almost anything, I think. That's kind of cool. But you have to go through all the things in order for that to work, right? Still neat. Very neat. So yeah, I know I could wager that there's a lot of people who like aren't a huge fan of this mod. I think it's cool though. That's my opinion. I think it's a different approach, right? They're trying to take a stab at like, hey, let's get away from just like put down machine and hook up a system, which is exactly what I did because that's what we're used to doing in modded Minecraft. So this mod is saying like, hey, let's do something different. My opinion is different is good, but I also play a lot of Minecraft. So like, I enjoy it when people try and do something different because it gives me something different to do as opposed to doing like the same builds all the time. So if I were doing this mod again in the future, I would choose to do it correctly, right? And set up dedicated machines for each production line, as it were. Cool. Yeah. So I think that's where I'm at with it. Cool, so you're wrapping that bit up. You're doing the last of your stainless steels. Yay, tungsten ingots complete. And now you're making 16 of these in here, which presumably I need to auto-eject. And now you're making blastproof alloys. Nice. And that means... Now I had Did I make the thing I need for this? That's a good question. I thought I made the thing for this. I made 16s. So we actually have a higher tier to go. So let's see. ATM star. This guy is the improbability dude that I need, right? So we need a 256, which is a 256, which is 364s. I only made 16s. Oh. I'm still a little bit of a ways away on this front. But we can get that going. At least that's done. So, like, technically done, right? Technically done. Right? Right. We've got the blastproof machine casings, which is going to be here. Right? And now we just need to get into Pneumaticraft to get the aerial interface. So this is done. And these guys are all done. And that's the end of modern industrialization, as far as I know. There might be more modern industrialization. We'll find out. I think now's a wrapping up point. So Devil 20 sign off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.